Well, I miss so much time just farting about with this. Swear to God, I really need to get a grip of this software. I wanted to call another short. You see, I'm short from 27, and instead of just farting about trying to get a stupid microphone to work, the last 2 days have not been good. And I'm sort of just fighting my way back into the light. I got a good trade here, and I wanted you to be on it as well. Instead, I'm farting about trying to make. See, I'm thinking. Well, did all of you go through the charts on Telegram that I sent out? Because it felt to me as if this violent reversal that we saw early on was a sign of what was to come. Of course, Nasdaq is just doing whatever Nasdaq wants to do. It's just on a planet on its own. I don't know why that's not at all what I wanted to post. Gonna do a quick latency test. Latency is 58, 59, 36. There we go. I'm still short FTSE. Okay, I think I've nailed this. One sec. Here we go. So if I put up PowerPoint, come on, yes. Okay, so this is my bad, but I want to be short the Dow, and I scalped out to recover the loss earlier, and then my microphone issues just threw me for a spin. But excuses. But here we are. Oh, and I just want to tell you what is going on in my head, which obviously is. What we're seeing here is the Dow the day after. So this is the day after scenario. So what you're seeing here is the Dow opens very negatively and then it makes a very significant move up. Okay. Now what we could be seeing here is that the Dow makes a very big move up and now it has reversed violently down. In which case, if this is anything to go by, we could have an hour or so where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 2.5 hours worth of trend down. Okay, that's one possibility. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me, but I assume you can hear me. Good. Next slide. Here, the Dow pretty much opens gap up and then just very slowly grinds lower. I don't think that's the scenario we got going today. We have a very violent reversal. This one here, big gap down, big move up, lasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 10-minute bars. So we're talking about a couple of hours. Here, gap down, bit of a peddly round in the first 2 or 3 bars, and then a very sustained downtrend, taking us from 26,200 to 25,200. That's a 1,000-point move in the DAX on that particular day. This one here, big gap up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight up bars. That's a good hour. And then a big reversal. So we have to be mindful of reversal, obviously. Next one, sideways. I'm going to discount that. Barely any gap. It's just back and forth. And I think the price action this afternoon has already told us that we're dealing with a different scenario. Here, big gap up. And then a big move down, lasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 bars. So approximately 3 hours. So I don't, okay, that's it. I think that's the end of the. So I think there could easily be quite a lot of points to the downside in the Dow, and I want to find a place to sell short for you. But just bearing in mind that I am already short, so I don't particularly want to add any more to me. And what concerns me here is how strong the DAX is. It's just sitting there doing its thing. Nasdaq 2 making new highs for the day. So it's a very isolated Dow story. Stand by. Selling short here. I'll tell you why, and then I'll better post this on Telegram. But I basically just measured the move from here to here, and I cloned that, and that takes us about this level here. Probably could have done that a little bit more precise. But you know, in the heat of the moment. By the way, what you just saw there is just simple geometry. That's all it basically is. Just simple geometry. And that's a posh word for drawing a line and then transposing it onto a second swing, isn't it? I mean, so let's hope it works. Let's just have a quick look at the just looking at the DAX over on another screen. I feel like I'm missing a trick by not just trading the Nasdaq. I mean, this is what I was hoping that the Dow would do. I bought a breakout. That's what I was doing up here. I was buying this. Just such an incredibly different story between these two stock indices. You know, even for someone who's got experience, you are at times wondering, how is that so possible? I know, tech stocks versus old generals. I get it, you know, but still. By the way, that technique of drawing the lines, it's a really good way to scalp, by the way, and it's a great way of identifying support and resistance. But it works better if the market there's momentum behind it. I'm huffing and puffing a little bit because it's so warm. Just, oh, God, it's warm. So we're hoping that this area here has identified some resistance and that we're going to see a retest of the lows. Sorry, I'm just scalping a bit. Let's get back to the Dow chart. It is a bit concerning that it's only Dow that's down. But the S&P 500 is in plus. Nasdaq is very much in plus. Does make me concerned. To see that strength. So I actually badly needed a wee, and then I'm coming back to this. So I cannot catch a break. So I'm just gonna close these trades now. I really thought I had something here. God, I hate having to do this. I'm closing my Nasdaq position as well now. I had a short position there. So right now I have to decide, do I want to still short the 950 area, or do I believe that this is a breakout? On a 10-minute chart, it sure does look like a strong bar, but it's still an area of resistance right here. My concern is how strong the FTSE is, and in particular the DAX that you're seeing here. Got people dialing in there on Telegram telling me how much they made on Telegram. Well, fair play. That's really good. I still think I want to be a seller here. In the Dow. But I want to see if I can get a better level. But looking at how strong all the other indices are, I'm wondering if it's a fool's play. Maybe I should try and follow momentum here. This is a pretty significant breakdown bar. And so it's natural that we're stopping at this level, but look how strong the Nasdaq is. Was the one I wanted. What you can actually do in a situation like this is that you can actually layer some orders at 50, 55, 60 if you want to catch momentum, to the long side. Shame. Didn't get my opportunity to. I wanted to sell it around 48.50. And that's not me being a prick for a tick. I just thought that's the level I want to nail it at. I sold a little bit at 40, but didn't announce because I'm just thinking, it's so small. Huh. I need bigger stop losses. Still here. Seems to be some support around 33.9. I need to short the Dow here again. It's the same entry point. I think the odds are high that we're going to see new lows in the Dow. So I'm quite committed to the short side now. You guys might want to take some profit here. You know, just, you don't have to be as risk adventurous as I am. You can claw back if you sold 79 and 65. You can claw back virtually all that you lost on the previous trade. Okay. Just re-emphasize, you don't have to be as... There is a reason why I don't have much hair on my head. It's the stress hormones. Come on. I am still short, and it's irking me no end that the FTSE is not falling, and the DAX is not falling, and this Nasdaq is not falling. So I don't know where you fall. Come on. Yes. Double bottom, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Is it gonna go? Are we gonna get new lows? Come on. I don't know how you feel, but at times it does get quite tense when you are in areas where, you know, well, there's surely some people who would perhaps like to take their short positions off here. There might be buyers around here as well. It is, after all, support, just as this is resistance. But, you know, in bear trends, supports get broken. And I think that's why I perhaps suggested you should take some profits off. Of course, you can do whatever you want. Gotta tell you, I'm tempted to add. It looks weak. Dow just looks weak. And I might just be telling myself this because I'm colored by my position. We've got 4 bear bars. The low is 25. Low is 25 over here. But if you look at the PowerPoint presentation, let me see if I can find the one that closest. Well, maybe it's this what we're dealing with here. Or this in reverse, in which case we're going to have a big rally. But the bars will tell us that. Oh, these are the questions. Here, there was nothing stopping it. Maybe this one here. And if this was a measured move, whoopsie, wrong chart. Then we could be looking at down here. Yes. Come on. I deserve this. I deserve this. Come on. Yeah, cool, calm, and composed my ass. I want to be happy. Come on. when you are in a profit like this, you have to kind of figure out, somehow you got to figure out how to protect your profits. So now that we established that it could potentially go down here, how could you protect your profits? There's a couple of methods. One is that you track your stop loss, and every single time that the market makes a new low, you move your stop loss down. So we made a new low, so now the stop loss can be here. Although I prefer to do it one candle back. So when this makes a new low, you move stop loss here. If this candle makes a new low, you put your stop loss here. But I got my runner. I'm still in, by the way. I am still short. Just waiting. Okay. And I'm kind of going with these PowerPoints. Truly, I'm hoping to get a really big, like a real impulse down. Like this thing here. That would be great. Yes, 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 come on. So I have a target about 70 points. It would be so cool if it could make it. Come on. You know, now you're at that point where you feel that, I'll show you a chart where every single counter move is beginning to be painful. Oh no, no, don't go up now. Keep going, keep going. But I'm also mindful of, look at this. That is not an unusual, that is an unusual down move. You don't see that very often. And we caught a lot of it, but that is unusual. This is a 1 minute chart. And you have every single candle makes a new low. Lower high and lower low. And now we have finally a candle that seems to have some kind of capitulation over it. And this is what it looks like on a 15-minute chart. It's interesting because in this speech that I did earlier, and I don't know if I can just show you this, but in the speech that I did earlier, where no one seemed to care at all, I pointed out that when you're preparing for Thursday, so I hope that I'll have your attention here for a second. When you're preparing for Thursday trading, come on. If you on a Thursday can observe that Monday is the high of the day and Tuesday was lower than Monday and Wednesday, Monday is the high of the week. By the time you come to Thursday, the odds are overwhelmingly high that you will go below the low of Wednesday. And we're talking about odds in the 80, where are you? We're talking about odds in the 85%. So as a result of it, my criteria has been fulfilled. But that's one of the reasons why it'd be a bit disappointing to do a web talk for people, because you feel like you're throwing pearls for swine, that you turn yourself inside out to give people something of value that isn't based on yeah, I mean, no disrespect to any of the other speakers, but I don't think I can hear I can't hear anybody else talk about breakouts and Fibonacci's and scalping on a 1 minute chart. Although he was a nice guy. He was pretty good. Can't remember his name. And I said in a web seminar, so this scenario analysis dictates that when you do have a Monday high and Tuesday and Wednesday are lower, then the odds are high, very high, that Thursday will result in going below the low of Wednesday. And well, that's what we've seen so far. Now, you probably don't believe me, so let me find it. And that's fine. I appreciate you going, well, you know, you could be saying anything. Okay, so let's just go through this. So there should be a PowerPoint up now. So this will be the second time today I'm doing this. How often the Monday, the higher, the lower the week. Now that in itself is not particularly interesting. It's about 60% of the time, and 60% is not much difference from arbitrary 50-50. And as I say here, this information by itself is not particularly helpful. However, say you're preparing for trading on a Thursday and you see that Monday is so far the highest day of the week. Could that help you? The result I show is manually tested. It means I go through many printouts. What I've asked myself here is Monday is the highest out of the last 3 days. How is that going to affect the market on a Thursday in the Dow Jones Index? And I found 25 instances where the Dow, and this is over a 52-week period, I I found 25 instances where I was faced with this possibility of a Monday being the high by the time we come to Thursday morning. And out of those 25 times, the Dow traded below the Wednesday low 21 times. And to me, that's a significant piece of price information. So I'll just give you an example. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then big rally up on Wednesday evening, and then back, new low. And so maybe this is what we're seeing right now in the Dow, in which case we'll recover from here. But to me, that kind of analysis is unique. I don't think there's anyone in the world that has ever spoken about this. Because I have surfed YouTube videos for things like this for years. I'm not saying you should hang a medal on me. I'm just saying that it's just a different way of addressing what is possible. And while I got unlucky with the stops, I have to probably widen my stops a bit. The pattern has been fulfilled. We have gone below the Wednesday low. All right. In case you're wondering what that is all about, did you ever see the movie Any Given Sunday? Any Given Sunday is a movie by Al Pacino. And there's this great speech in that movie. Life is a game of inches. Now it's taken me a long time to actually figure out what that speech was all about. And maybe it means something different to different people. To me, it means that there is opportunity everywhere. All the time. And it is up to us to seek out the opportunities. But in order to seek out the opportunities, we also have to be prepared to fall flat on our faces. But as long as we fall forward, as long as we get something positive out of failing, and we make a habit of failing, not for the sake of failing, but for the sake of succeeding, then that's a really interesting life. It's a really interesting life perspective. In order to have that kind of life perspective, I think you need something very special. You need energy, because without energy, you cannot maintain this kind of momentum. You know the expression, fatigue makes cowards of us all? Try and tell that to a parent, who haven't slept for the last 2 years. I'm not necessarily referring to myself, although could be the case. That sleep is such an important part of success. And I completely dismiss those macho guys that they say that they only need 5 hours sleep. I don't believe it. And I think eventually it's going to come and bite them in the ass. The famous politician in the United Kingdom called Margaret Thatcher. She was quite famous for not sleeping a lot. And she was a formidable politician. But I think she may have burnt herself out. One of her colleagues once noted in a social function that she just looked so tired. She just looked so burnt because she took on so much. And I know that I take on a lot, and I know you guys take on a lot as well. But I do my darnest to look after myself. I think my only vice is that from time to time I'll have a can of Coke Zero, which I'm also pretty sure is not very good for you either. So, I don't know how we got talking about life is a game of inches. Beautiful music behind it though, isn't it? Is this one here. No, he's talking about that they are in the depth of their despair. And they are. I mean, they really are. And then yet somehow he motivates them to dig deep by pointing out to them that life is a game of inches. There's opportunity abound, but just gotta stay grounded in this present moment. It's a beautiful movie. And it's a Hollywood rah-rah as well, but it's also got depth. Another movie that's got a lot of depth is a Guy Ritchie movie called Revolver. And it's one of my favorite movies that I can just watch again and again because it's got so much complexity to it, so many layers. Anyway, I'm yapping away. You're probably thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, will you just shut up and trade? No, already. I'm disappointed in the last 2 days. I don't think I've done good by you. I don't think I've done well. And that bothers me. You should know that. It really does. I'm not crying, it's got an itchy eye. It bothers me when my decisions hurt you. Now you can say whatever you want. It's your own responsibility. You don't have to be there. All of that. But I'm not like that. I follow other traders who will quite literally add to losing trades, no stop loss. And before they know it, they are down 2,500 points because they keep tripling up and tripling up just to get back. And then by the stroke of luck, they somehow get it back. And it's just, yeah, you've been 800 points against you, and then you take your profit at plus 20, and you think to yourself, it's just a question of time before you completely blow up. Right, what time is it? Europe closes now. I'm still short the FTSE. You guys got any questions for me? Or can I just get out of here? I'm running my position. Still there. Still short. You guys ask some odd questions. Do I like Syrian sausages? I don't know. It's not profit-taking time, I think. The best thing to do on a losing streak, get back on the horse. My deepest fear is not that I am inadequate. My deepest fear is that I am powerful beyond measure. It is not my darkness but my light that most scare me. Playing small does not serve the world. Remember that, Coach Carter? God, my eyes are red. Oi! I will do better next time. I'm sorry I haven't done so well in the last 2 days. But I will get it back. Bye-bye. Lenny, thank you so much for all your support.